It has come to the time of year where the Christmas decorations are put away and the bookcase is reset. So that is what we are going to do today. I have books everywhere, everything is scattered, nothing is in order. I've got Christmas decorations on there. Time for a bit of a bookcase refresh, if you will. I have got boxes of books from when we moved as well, and I don't know what's in there. So we might even take away some books, add some books, all of that stuff. So that is what today's video is going to be about. So I'm going to get stuck into just resetting everything, and then I'll talk you through my whole bookcase setup, basically, and how I like to set things up. But first things first, I've got to get the other books that are stuck in boxes. So last year how I had it set up was all of random romance books here, and then my romance series, and then also having my fantasy on the next shelf down, and then kind of Christian books, and then self-help kind of books. But I think I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'm thinking about putting my series up here, and so with the next shelf, and then going more random books on the following shelves. So that is my plan. I have gotten the 2 big boxes over here. They are full of books as well, so I'm actually going to go through those and kind of just categorize books that I want on my shelf and books that I don't want on my shelf anymore. So let's get that done. So now that I'm starting off with a clean slate, basically, it is time to categorize all the books into series, romances, all of that fun stuff, authors, whatever. So now that's the fun part of doing this. Oops, I didn't want that one. Of doing this, and I don't know why, but I always love a bookshelf refresh. I'll tell you the books that I pulled out. So these are the books that I'm wanting to read. So this year I'm really wanting to read the classics, mainly Jane Austen. So I picked up Pride and Prejudice, which was in my boxes. This book, While You Were Reading, I read ages ago. This was actually a book that I bought in an airport on my way back from Africa, and I read it with on that flight, basically. I loved this book. It is Melbourne based, which I love, and it's in a cute little coffee shop. And I read it before and I really want to reread it. Then I have As Sure as the Dawn, which is a Christian book. And so I would really like to read this. Apparently it's a huge series. This is the second book in the series, I think. But my mum has told me that you can kind of pick them up whenever. And then I also have Bridgerton. I would like to read all of the Bridgerton collection. This one was in my husband's advent calendar that he did a couple Christmases ago. I got this one and I hadn't read it because obviously I've watched Bridgerton before. But now, having not watched Bridgerton for a long time, and especially the first season, I really want to go back and read it now and see if there's any more information. Now this one, Making Your Mind Up, was a book, a $5 book that I picked up. I was going to read it on my honeymoon. And it's just really cute. It's a really cute little storyline, and I would like to read it because I didn't get a chance to. So, and it was $5, so why not? So I pulled that one out as well. Those are all the books that I pulled out. The other books, there was 3. I'm going to take them to the salvos. I like to do that with books that I really didn't enjoy. I may as well just not have them and give them to somebody else. So I kind of just take those to the salvos. Anyway, but now it's time to reorganize. she is done. So let's do a bit of a tour here. Starting from the very top shelves, we have some paint by numbers that I have done. This really cute fake plant that I got from IKEA. It's like hanging, and I just love how it like adds to the bookshelf. Then our little trinkets we have is, this one is something that I actually made in a pottery class, and I think it's really cute, and I can just pop stuff in it if I really want to. Then I have my first little sunny angel. She is so cute, she just sits there. And I also have a candle from one of my friends. She got me this. It's really cute. I don't think I'll ever burn it. But yeah, it's nice. It has like this little flat edge so it can just sit there. All right, as for books though, so I did all of my like romance collections that we have. So I've got my Lucy Score books and all of my Emily Henrys. My Daisy Hates, the Colleen Hoover, and then I've got a bit of random Colleen Hoover mixed in with like actual series, like the This Girl series. There's also another book in this series, but I don't have it. I think it's the first book. Loved this series. It was actually really cute. And then I've just got some random other Colleen Hoover books mixed in there. And then I have my Laurie Gilmore books, which I am trying to fill, and also my King of Sin series as well. Which I need to get the King of Sloth book for. So I'm still making a move on these series, but they will get filled eventually. And I kind of tried to do colour, but the height is really messing with me. Like I love the colour aspect of it, but yeah, the heights are what gets me when nothing's the same height. But they've just got some pink books, some random, all of these are romance books as well. So as I said, I really want to read this book and this one, so I put them together. And I also haven't read this one. It's actually like the Carrie Diaries book that I got. Still haven't read that. Then all of these books that I basically have read. We've got the Bridgerton one in there as well. And there's some white books up here because I haven't read this one and I haven't read this one either yet. This one I want to do a reread, and same with this. So all of these like I need to read next year. Then moving down to my like fantasy genre. These are actually Corey's books that I really want to read. He is obsessed with them. I think the Bartimaeus series is about like demons and stuff, which would be interesting. He's told me about it before and he loves it. And then this Legion series I think is all about dragons. And he is obsessed with them as well. Same with Aragon. So I've kind of kept them on the shelf because I'm like, oh, I do really want to read them just to know what he's talking about. But I'll get there eventually. Not really a top priority. Okay, then we have my annoying bigger books that are in the center. So we have my Curse of True Love, my Emily Wilds, Fourth Wing, Light Luck, which I'm on to the last book in the series. I just hadn't purchased the next ones. I really enjoyed Light Luck though. That's like my favorite in the series. Okay, and then we move to we've got the Throne of Glass series. The last one I need to read is Queen of Shadows. My Powerless series, my Once Upon a Broken Heart series, which kind of goes with this one, but they're not the same size. And then my ACOTAR as well. So it's kind of annoying because in my fantasy genre, I tend to read more on my Kindle than have the physical copies. So I have a couple of random bits and pieces everywhere, but that's okay. And she's only a very small bookshelf as well, so I kind of just have to deal with that. The next shelf has a lot of my self-help books that I love, and I actually haven't read this one. I got it from the op shop, The Happiness Project. I would like to read that, and I would like to read She's on the Money again. And then I also have my Christian books here. I put this As Sure as Dawn one with them, just so I know it's like a Christian book. So we have my Katie Davis books here, my Set Apart Girl ones, and my Sadie Robinson books. And these are all like devotionals. So I've put all the devotionals together. And then the very last little poor shelf is more of like my murder mystery books. Even though 1984 is not a murder mystery. I actually haven't read it yet, so I need to read that as well. So I need to dive into that. But all of these books I haven't read except for The Handmaid's Secret. I bought this Marple one from Big W, I think. And it's basically a mix of authors that have come together to write this book, which I do believe is a murder mystery. 12 Stories, 12 Great Writers, 1 Agatha Christie. But I haven't read this yet. So, yeah, anyway, that will be interesting. Oh my gosh, I've already messed it up. Let me just fix that. So yeah, let me step back and show you. So that's her. I actually have a lot more books that I wanted to put away because I've just read them, and I've either read them or I don't want to read them yet. So I've put them all there. So now I need to pack away these boxes. Okay, thanks for watching. I thought I would just do a quick little easy peasy book vlog for you as like the first one for the year, just to kind of set everything up. I do want to make a TBR jar as well. So I think I'm going to sit with my laptop, write up some TBR prompts and put it in a little jar on my shelf. So that will be here as well, probably on this side. So I can go through that and kind of pick what I want to read. And yeah, I'm excited for the first book of the year, which is going to be Pride and Prejudice, and get that started and kick off with that goal really early on. Now you also have an idea of what type of books that I want to read this year as well, so that'll be fun. Thank you for coming along and watching me redo my bookshelf. There's going to be a lot more book videos to come, so stay tuned. But for now, I'll see you next week.